get cut off near the end of my last video down the aisle. So there's just a couple things I needed to tell you about. We were talking about beans. And if you go ahead and use the dry beans, they're definitely a healthier option, but they take a little more time to process or to make because you have to soak them and let them sit overnight. I use these green lentils in a couple of the soups from the Power Souping book that I recommended, and it's really simple because you just put these right in. You don't have to soak them or anything. So again, I love those soups. I'm using dried beans, one of the healthiest options. Okay, broth. Broth can be so confusing, again, because of the sodium. Simple as that. We use canned broths or, from a carton in our soups, in a lot of our crock pot meals. I put it in there with chicken and the rice and just a lot of different things. So the one thing that I would tell you is, rather than looking at the outside of the packaging, is to look at that label. Look at the sodium on the label, because just like the almond milk that I talked about, you grab the wrong thing so easily. You grab the wrong thing all the time with your broths. For vegetable broth, the only one that I can ever find that seems to, this is the only brand, honestly, that I can find, and I've looked everywhere in all kinds of stores, is this low sodium organic Image. And a lot of times they have these on sale at Kroger. But what you want to look at is your sodium, 6%, somewhere around the mid 100 milligrams. So this is 140 milligrams at 6%. So I know that this is super low in sodium. So if I look at all the ingredients, all super, super clean. This is a perfect choice. The chicken broth, sometimes they say low sodium, reduced sodium, and you look at them and they can have 15, 25% sodium, even for the reduced. So look at the sodium levels before you throw it in the cart. Same thing here. Here's a good example, reduced sodium beef broth. I'm like, okay, that's probably a good choice. The sodium is at 440 milligrams, 18%, and this is a reduced sodium. This one happens to say low sodium rather than reduced, but I think it's kind of the same meaning. It's just a different brand here. And this one, again, the sodium is 140 milligrams. That's the range that I want at 6%. So when you're picking up your soups, I would not recommend to pick up soups. Any of the canned soups in the store, these are your broths. They're your bases for your soups and your stews and things like that. Look at the sodium. Look at that sodium first and make sure you get the right thing in your hand, that it's below 10%. Then you know that's what you want to throw in your grocery cart and take home, okay? Real simple, but it gets super confusing. So that's just the easiest way. I never grab one that says low or reduced and throw it in my cart. Look at the sodium on the label. Then check the ingredients and make sure you're good. But you're usually good on the ingredients. Gotta check the sodium levels. Thanks, guys.